Hi guys, my name is Noni Matikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about Sibiya. Muzi Sibiya. I was like, because I was thinking of his name. Muzi Sibiya. What's happening in the courtrooms on the Senzo Meyiwa matter? We are having a witness that is standing up for himself, that is not going to allow anyone to take chances with him. That is Mr. Muzi Sitemba Sibiya. Yes, all along I thought when they wrote Sitemba, they made a mistake. The name is Temba. I was one of those people that thought it's not Sitemba, it's Temba. All to find out I was wrong. His name is actually Sitemba. Muzi Muzaukulelwa Sitemba Sibiya. I was wrong. Anyway, I'm okay with admitting that. I'm one of those that admit when they are wrong. Now, I like what is happening in that courtroom, because tell me, why is Baloyi badgering the witness? Tell me why the witness must tell Baloyi, back off. Back off. But no, that's not how he said it. But yes, that's exactly what he meant. Back off. So Muzi Sibiya is unhappy with how things are going in the courtroom. And he went down and was like, now, I'm going to speak out, because this is going on and on and on. And my Lord is sitting there not doing anything. So let's talk about badgering the witness for a moment. What is badgering the witness? It is a legal term used to describe improper questioning by an attorney during a trial. In this case, by a prosecutor. Of course, he's an attorney. And here what it means in detail. Definition: it occurs when a lawyer harasses, intimidates, argues with, or repeatedly pressures a witness during cross-examination rather than asking proper questions. So in this case, I am saying Baloyi is harassing, intimidating, arguing, and repeatedly pressures Muzi. Why am I saying that? Because tell me, why am I saying he's being harassed? Baloyi is going back and forth with the same questions, same style, same everything. That is harassment, even though he has been given answers for that. Intimidates, Baloyi brings out all the time. It's not an issue to question about it, the torture. He brings it as if he is saying, I'm going to make sure you are cracking under that stand and you are going to slip out and tell us whatever. He is intimidating him with his credibility. He's doing something, man, but it's not right. He's overdoing what he is meant to do. If he did it in a manner that says, I'm looking for answers, now he is above and beyond looking answers. That's what he's doing. And then you won't see it. You won't see it. You will think that it's not happening, but it is. He does argue with Muzi. But it's just that Baloyi's voice is always down. His tone is condescending in a way, but you won't catch it if you don't know him. We've been watching this case and we've been seeing him for over 3 years now. And also repeatedly pressures a witness. He continues to ask the same answer more than triple times, I would say. He will ask the same question, leave it, go back to it, leave it, go back to it. And he's been on the stand, on the podium for 2 weeks now. Friday today. 2 weeks. He started last week, Monday, and it's another Friday. A Friday came, and this is the second Friday, so that's 2 weeks. He's been on the podium asking Muzi Sibiya the same questions. He's doing a merry-go-round. So for me, that is exactly what he's doing. The purpose of this, the lawyer's goal might be to confuse or emotionally upset the witness so they give inconsistent or unfavorable answers. But that's not allowed in court. That is exactly what Baloyi is doing, guys. That is exactly what Baloyi is doing. And objection, when this happens, the opposing counsel can say, objection, my lord, counsel is badgering the witness, which is exactly what Munisi ended up doing after Sibiya complained and said, I feel like you are asking me the same questions over and over again. You are doing exactly what the police were doing to me. So Sibiya put it out there, Uti, he's being somehow pressurized, tortured again, all of that shined in. And then in a normal court, the judge or my lord can then sustain the objection, ordering the prosecutor to stop or overrule it, allowing the question to continue. None of that is happening in that courtroom of Judge Ratta. None of that is happening in that courtroom of Judge Ratta. For instance, repeating the same examples of badgering is repeating the same question after it's been answered, asked and answered many times. Raising one's voice, being sarcastic. No, Baloyi does not raise his voice. That I give to him. He does not. But being sarcastic, at times he is. At times, whether it's Nisi when he's stopping him, objecting, he becomes sarcastic at times. Or insulting the witness. No, Baloyi does not really insult anyone, not in a direct manner, at least. If he does, it's not directly, so I might have missed it, but I've never really witnessed him do that. Making accusation instead of asking questions. Umuzi, at some point, I think it was this week, where he was like, are you implying that I'm lying? You can't tell me that I'm lying. I was there. You were not there. I was there. So yeah, maybe Umuzi felt some type of way about it. And then in the Senzo Meyiwa trial now, Prosecutor Baloyi's cross-examination, Mr. Sibiya, are you telling this court that you don't remember signing the confessions? All of that. But Mr. Sibiya says, I did sign the confessions. It could be something along those lines. And Sibiya is saying, yes, I said I was forced to sign it. I didn't know what was written there. So Sibiya has been saying that for 2 weeks. And Ubaloyi is a person that is saying forced. So now you are saying every police officer in that room lied under oath. That is exactly the type of questions that he is using there, is particularly trying to say Muzi is saying the police officials are lying and he is telling the truth. That's my understanding. And then when Nisi does the objection, Your Honor, objection, my lord, all of that thing, he is, I guess, getting in a way of saying the state is badgering the witness. And Judge Ratta, in a normal court, is supposed to say sustained. Mr. Baloyi, please refrain from arguing with the witness, ask questions, don't make accusations. It's not happening. It's not happening in that courtroom. And Ubaloyi is supposed to be called into order, but he's not. And I don't remember hearing him saying, very well, my lord, or feeling like I'm not going to respond to that, tight-lipped or something. Or let's say, let's try again, Mr. Sibiya, and specifically ask questions that are direct. No, he is taking things out of context and continuing, Jalonjal. Baloyi's tone and phrasing. So now you are saying, whatever, is the way Muzi at some point was saying to him, don't tell me that I'm lying or imply that I'm lying because you were not there. So that for me is argumentative, not inquisitive as it's supposed to be. It's designed to pressure or shame the witness rather than gather facts, which is why the defense is objecting the entire time. And that is when the judge was supposed to sustain, but the judge does not make any rulings on these objections. He doesn't, guys. He doesn't make any rulings on these things. Never. So that's what happened this week and also last week in the heated courtroom sessions of the Senzo Meyiwa matter. That's what we are experiencing. And I'm sure that's what we'll experience even today. There is so much tension that is rising between, and it's sharp, between Prosecutor George Baloyi and accused Muzi Sibiya. There is a lot that is going on. Baloyi, during cross-examination, he's trying a lot to press Sibiya about the alleged confessions, the trips that were taken, but somehow he crosses lines that he's not supposed to cross, and he's somehow demanding Sibiya to crack. He is somehow, in his tone, he's demanding Sibiya to be emotional. He's demanding, like, there's a lot of things that he's trying to do. But as much as Mr. Sibiya is being under pressure and all of dealing with all of that, he's calm, telling Baloyi, I said I was forced to do the things that I did to save my life. I didn't know what was written here. There. But Ubaloyi is not holding back. Ubaloyi is not holding back. He's doing whatever he can. As much as Nisi is objecting about all of this, Judge Ratta doesn't seem to care, in my view, because he's not making any rulings whatsoever. So that's what's happening in that situation. I wish that Ubaloyi could stop, finish today, but I don't see it happening. I don't know about you, but I feel like he's intentional about what he's doing. He's so intentional. He's not gonna stop. He's intentional, and it also feels like Judge Ratta is not gonna come in and save the day and do courtroom processes as they should be done. Sounds like he's not gonna do that also. So that's what's happening. Talk to me. Drop your comments in the comment section. Let me know. What are your thoughts when it comes to this? Do you think that Judge Ratta is doing what he needs to do as a judge in that courtroom? Do you think that Ubaloyi is crossing lines in that courtroom? Do you think that Nisi is doing what needs to be done enough, or even all defense lawyers, are they doing what needs to be done? Like objections, are they objecting enough? Is that what you think is happening? Let's talk with comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.